Hello, everyone. It's Karen again. I mean, it's not my last name, just kidding. It's Karen, and I came here tonight to give a reading that was coming through. I feel a little bit all over the place. I really enjoy when these Schumann blasts are going off, and so that's the Earth's vibration vibrating higher and stronger and all that kind of stuff. So I always try to harness that energy, and one went off real crazy today and just riding that wave. And I was, enjoying that and just kind of doing like a dance party and just really enhancing that energy and also absorbing that energy, right? So that's where I'm at the moment. But the messages started coming through for today, and today is the new moon, I believe. And words that came in or messages that came in was keys, like a key, puzzle pieces. Then I got the sentence, listen with your good ear. I got that same song from the other reading yesterday, Gorillas by Clint Eastwood. And when that came in, I heard the music, and then I heard gorillas with a Z. And then what came in was like when you write down Z, like when you're falling asleep, or the shorthand version. So it was like Z, 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 or the letter Z equals puzzle pieces. So I feel like there's a lot of answers and puzzle pieces in your dreams when you're going to sleep, when you're Zing right now. So that was really dope. So I was really stoked when that came in. Then I got the word loudspeaker. Then I checked out it's my old Webster's New World Dictionary. And it says loudspeaker. So the word loudspeaker is a noun, which we are a noun. So it's a noun, a device for converting electrical energy to sound and amplifying it. So that was super, super, super cool, because the word loudspeaker itself is the energy of making something go from electric energy to sound and amplifying it. So it's making it manifest. That was really cool. And I think that word loudspeaker, speaker systems often to me remind me of our ears. And that's that message, listen with your good ear. But I also felt it was almost something saying like, you have to speak out now, like use your voice, something about throat chakras. And then I got the song Go Back by Dolo de Pilaman. Yeah, I was like I said, I was having a dance party earlier, and that song just popped in my mind. Then I got the words Back to the Future. And then I got crown chakra, throat chakra, and heart chakra. Not just one, but all three. And I feel like those three work really good in tandem when you're intending to send something out. And that reminded me of that loudspeaker. Then the energy of Aquarius, the rebel, that came up. And then I have a diagram. I've got a few diagrams that came through, like it was ideas, but it was interpreting the idea of how to communicate with spirit, and when we're manifesting, and when we're just communicating, we're creating our lives and doing all that fun stuff we get to do. I'll just maybe see if I can show it to you. I don't know if it'll show up, but if not, I think just the explaining the words is going to help. So in this little diagram right here, and I'm not sure, yeah, I think you can see it like that. in this diagram in particular, it was the same idea as, there's another one right here, but I'll get to that next. It was very similar, and it was showing how we get the ideas and from infinite possibility and bring it into matter. So I was like doing a picture, like, so infinite possibility isn't like a form, it's just very, spaced out and far apart, say for matter or anything like that. Then if we are trying to pull that idea or thought into our mind so that we can say it out loud or think it and manifest it back, it comes into form. And then what we're to do after we get that idea and it's solid. So this was like, okay, I grasped out of all these infinite possibilities, bam, a few of them came together as an idea. You grab that idea and make it solid, and you bring that to you once you've decided to yourself what you think about it. Now this is where we all manifest things all the time, by default, good or bad. This is where if you have a specific idea, that's how it works. And then once you decide about that idea, then you send it back off into the ethers, or wherever you figure, when you release your idea, you let it go and you detach. And then there was this other diagram. I wonder if I can get it any better. I think I'm cutting off my own light source. Anyhow, this was a diagram of a wave pattern, and there was like an imaginary line going through. And while this concept came through, this concept was coming through, and it was, again, a more detailed tool to understand, how we take our thoughts and make them manifest. So say energy comes in on this wavelength pattern. That's where you get the idea from spirit, right? So you pull it down into your 3D self like this, like that last diagram. So as soon as it crosses that little imaginary line, that imaginary line, I'm saying, is our mind, And so once you can get it into your mind, then the mind perceives it. And then in order to keep that pattern going or that wave going, or the energy flowing through you and not just getting stuck here, when you go to send it out, that whatever you go to send out, whatever you perceived back here, is going to send it back out into the spiritual realm. And that's, like, say you could keep that pattern going by perceiving it the way you need to, or if you perceive it in another form, potentially it could go, say, in this direction, or whatever, right? But it was just kind of showing me the idea of what's going on when you're in that, you got your idea come through, and how you perceive it, positive or negative or whatever. That's how that would potentially get back out. And then I got this this next image, and it's just basically a line. On one side, I was trying to depict kind of like, like electric energy. It's, a little bit more direct, a little bit more constant. And on this side of this line, it was like particle energy or something, right? Like just particles coming together. And so in order, when you're sending out your thought to become manifest, what's happening is the energy has to flow in equal opposites. And that was the picture. It was like, okay, say if this is your ideas being, funneled and directed into one objective or whatever that may be, as soon as all your energy is put in that direction, not being scattered, but when it's, directed, that's when particle mirrors it. And they're both going in the equal opposite direction towards each other. And so I feel like, that's when the matter becomes, it's like a firework of two energies exploding, and that's when you get your miracle. So I also got the song from the Chemical Brothers, Go. And then I got, after I got that, it was a memo from Saturn about that song. So Saturn is completely giving you a message right there in that song, the Chemical Brothers. So yeah, that was a little deep, a little fun, but I'll find a smaller piece of paper. I'll get better lighting because a lot of my messages do come in the form of illustrations or, to make it relatable. So cool. And then, yeah, when I was looking at that word, loudspeaker, I was also looking at, where am I? Oh, I should have checked this out. I checked out the word loud. Loud, strongly audible said of sound. So again, that kind of like that throat chakra, using your voice. 2, it says sounding with great intensity. So being actually loud, not quiet. 3 is said noisy. And 4 said emphatic. So I thought that was pretty cool, that people can be loud, but it doesn't necessarily have to be noisy. Like that said, it said it can just be in an emphatic way. So I'm like, yeah, right on. Love wins. Cool. And also, I was using this as my bookmark, and when I get my Facebook, or not my Facebook, my YouTube channel here figured out, I'll link Jen Allen. She's one of my good friends. She does Reiki, and she does distance Reiki. So I'll put this in the comments, and then when I get everything sorted through, I'll keep her link up there, because Reiki is miraculous. And I'm just going to pull a couple cards and see if there's any other good messages coming through. If I had to go back, god damn. 'Cause if I had to go back, god damn. I got that song on my mind, the one that came through. Now if I had to go. Okay. Super cool. Page of Cups and Two of Cups. Well, you're definitely going to get really interesting messages show up to you out of the blue, out of nowhere, like pretty pretty astounding, shocking could be. And this is kind of a cute depiction when I look at this card, compared to other decks. And this guy's looking at it and it shows the fish. And I've seen that fish in other cards. And it's usually, oh yeah, you can see it a little bit. But This fish is just about all the way out there, and this guy's looking at it like, what? Like, but why he's looking at it like that, it feels like the fish is like, um, really like looking at the character directly. You know, a really interesting message is coming for you. And there's some Two of Cups energy coming with that. So that's really about integrating and joining with another person or with other emotions outside of you. A real meeting of the minds and hearts. Oh, the Death card came out. Hey, it came out yesterday. What's going on? More deep transformations. Woo! Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yeah, there's no looking back on this particular transformation. This guy's looking straight ahead. I've seen other depictions of this card. No, he's just like looking even past the next day. Like you gotta really let go on something to be able to really transform out of it. You know, it's a Death card. I always find is a very personal card, like a personal transformation. So it's walking straight into your new day. Yeah. So there's the Death card with the Five of Swords. This one is really talking about kind of letting go of baggage. We've got the swords, so again it's logic and reason, a lot about the mind, the thoughts, how we relate to others, that kind of thing. But there's a putting away of maybe greed, or maybe you thought you needed all these swords in the past, but you know what you can handle, and you know what you can take with you. You know what is manageable in your life. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Nice. That's the result of transformation in this case. Out with the old, in with the new. This is Ace of Pentacles. This is the, like in that message from earlier, getting that thought, bringing it into your mind. That's the first transformation. And then speaking it out, or being in alliance with it, or, you know, at one with it, or whatever, that sets that manifestation energy forward. And if it's directed clearly enough, there's a reciprocal creation. You've started a new cycle of your pentacles. Pentacles can again really mean a lot to a lot of people. It could be time, money, timelines. It could be letters, keys, those puzzle pieces we were talking about. So you're going to get a really great opportunity to come in right now. And to cap it off, here came the Emperor card. One of my favorite astrologists, he talks about the Emperor being like Darth Vader. And that's really relatable, you know. It's a figure who is very stern and very traditional and really sticks to a lot of routine, but he has a very strong love for the people. So I'm sure, makes his adjustments, but he kind of really holds everything together in a way. And so, to me, that's a really good promise that this energy coming in can be very solid. You know, it can be, it can be effortless if you just stick to your loving yourself, holding yourself high, being your own leader. You can reflect on others, or you know what I mean, but like, and do what you feel is kind of right for everyone. But in order to be a good model for others, we have to be that good example for our own selves. So right on. I love the cool message about the crazy message coming in. Woo! All right, so that's coming in on our new moon. Let's see if there's any other messages with this deck. Four of Pentacles. Holding on tightly, holding on tight for stability. And Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I don't often read reversals. This one came out as a bit of a freestyle read, and I think the message is quite clear right here, is to let it go, just like kind of like yesterday's reading. It's almost like a equal opposite, or a dichotomy, or like a conflict of either holding on too much to your pentacles, or just like releasing, not needing it. So again, when we see the cards today, like yesterday's, it's that battle between you and your own self, your own thoughts, or whatever these pentacles are to you. I feel like this might just be a little quick follow-up reminder of yesterday's, and to not worry about the actual situation. Go with your feelings and go with your intuition. And there you go. I hope tonight's messages were awesome. I loved it. I'm so excited. I'm now gonna go do a dance party, have a glass of wine, enjoy these Schumann energies, use those energies with the flow of Earth and her vibration getting high, and we get to go up there with her, because she's our mother. Okay, great. Talk to you later. Bye.